Welcome back to Hollywood Pulse. Appreciate all the support y'all been showing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single drop. I can't believe we back on this again. 50 cents down low rumors. But yep, it's heating up all over again. And guess who's tossing gasoline on it? Vivica A. Fox. Word is, Vivica ain't biting her tongue no more. She's coming in loud, saying 50 needs to stop acting like he's some poor victim when he's got his own dirty laundry. Now, I don't know if they beefing behind the scenes or what, but folks are saying Vivica is done playing it classy. And if what people are whispering is true, Curtis Jackson better buckle up, cause she's not shielding him this time. Y'all, the talk around 50 being on the DL ain't new, but now it's hitting harder. Is there even a straight dude left in Hollywood anymore? Feels like every week somebody gets caught up in some low-key situation. And 50? People used to say he was one of the last real ones standing. But now, that image is looking shaky.
He's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear. So
you mean sometimes if people protest too much about something,
yes,
there's the fire is happening right there in front of them.
Absolutely. I just never forget there was a Vibe cover with him and Soulja Boy that made me kind of go,
So where's all this buzz coming from now? This tea's been brewing for years. Remember that old blind item? The one that hinted a certain $50 rapper loved throwing wild parties? Just like the ones he used to clown others for? And we're talking real wild. Front hugs, back hugs, all types of hugs. And then came that moment with singer Rufus Wainwright. Yeah, that Rufus. He straight up said, I think he's just the sexiest and a brilliant writer, and I know he's gay. 50 Cent, feel free to call me anytime. My boyfriend and I are experts. Come over for dinner and maybe dessert. What? That wasn't a compliment. That was a full course invite with a spicy side dish. But wait, it don't stop there. The game once slid some not so slick shade, hinting that 50 might be swimming in the backstroke too. That mess had people talking for days. And you remember the whole Daphne Joy situation? 50 tried blasting her for linking up with Diddy, saying she got all in his head. Then Diddy allegedly clapped back, calling her a freak-off girl. But Daphne? She came swinging on IG saying, we moved to New York so you could be a father. You saw your son 10 times in 2 years, and we lived a mile away. She didn't just throw shade, she dropped a whole thunderstorm. Daphne wasn't holding nothing back. She straight up said she's done pretending like 50 ever earned the title of dad. According to her, she's been doing all the heavy lifting, keeping up the image, while he's been ghost. And then came the bombshell. She claimed 50 was allegedly just like Diddy when they were together. That right there, that's not just shade, that's lightning. And she didn't stop there. Daphne dropped a cold message. You are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you. Then she finished him off with, whatever little hope I had left in you as a father, it's gone. And the kicker, you've broken our hearts for the last and final time. Ooh, that one stung like a sucker punch to the chest. Now here's where things start connecting. Right back to those old down low rumors. Yep, Vivica A. Fox had already hinted something was off with 50 a while back. She'd been peeped his energy was questionable. And the moment that really got people side-eyeing? When 50 reposted that messy jab at the show Empire. The post was from Industry on Blast, claiming the show flopped because of too many celeb cameos and too much extra gay stuff.
I've said this many times before, 50 Cent was the love of my life. He was the one that, dang, kind of blew that one. Happens. I was young, had been used to taking care of myself. You know, 50 wanted me to be his princess, you know, and I didn't get it.
you know, even though he is absolutely the love of my life, oh gosh, dating 50 Cent, I mean, was difficult. Because I really, really cared for him and I loved him very, very much.
It said over 3 million people tuned out and ended with, "We couldn't take the extra gay stuff or celebrity stuff last night. Did you watch it?" Instead of letting that go, 50 jumped in like, "Empire's TV ratings took a huge hit. Okay, I'll stop now. Cookie, call me baby. I'll tell everybody to watch the show for you. LOL. Yeah, that didn't go over well. Not at all. The post blew up, and once folks started dragging, he deleted it. but the damage was already done. His team jumped into damage control mode, saying 50 just reposted it without realizing what it really said. They claimed it didn't reflect his views and he took it down once he noticed the extra content. But Vivica, she wasn't buying a thing. She popped off on Watch What Happens Live, saying, "You know the pot calling the kettle black is all I'm saying." When the host pushed her for more, Vivica didn't blink. She basically said 50 got some things going on that don't quite line up. Something's just off, she hinted. Then she brought up that throwback magazine cover with 50 and Soulja Boy. Yep, that one. Vivica claimed it only made things look even more sus. And to top it off, she fired off a slick tweet. Boom. That was from my number. Empire Season 2 fam, drops mic, chilla. Vivica came for blood. And 50? Nah, but Soulja Boy wasn't gonna sit quiet. He clapped back fast, posting a messy pic of Vivica and captioning it, "Everybody hit up this cougar. She's single and ready to mingle. Granny desperate for attention." I'm washed up. Oof, Vivica hit 50 with that and it burned, but he didn't stay quiet. Nope, 50 doubled down using that same pic and went way harder. He posted, "Oh no, now she thinks I'm gay 'cause I let her lick my behind. LMAO, wait, I didn't want her to. She forced me. My hands were tied. 50 Shades of Grey." Like, what even was that response? That wasn't just a clapback, it was a full-on detour into madness. And he wasn't done yet. 50 threw more fuel on the fire, posting old pics of Vivica with captions that were straight up ruthless. One of them read, "Remember when you told me screw Halle Berry and that you could have played all her roles better? And I just looked at you like, what did you take?" Yeah, he wanted the whole internet to witness that roast in real time. But behind the scenes, it's getting even messier. The whispers say Vivica's still pressing those down-low accusations and might be getting ready to air out even more. Nobody's really sure what's pushing her to keep going, but people are talking non-stop. Some think Vivica's still in her feelings. And yeah, there's real talk that she might still want him back. Sounds wild, right? But Vivica has been super open about how deep her feelings ran. In that one-on-one with Vlad TV, she called 50 her one true love, said he'll always have a place in her heart. So now everyone's wondering, are we watching a love story gone sour, or is this just an old flame turned into a firestorm? Let's not forget, back in 2018, she went on Wendy Williams and flat out said she was still feeling 50, said she was super attracted to him, and once again, called him the love of her life.
No, he was absolutely the love of my life, and I have no problem admitting that. But last year, there was just some awful misconceptions about our relationship. So that's when I started the book. And I had always protected Curtis for the longest time. There were things about our relationship that I always protected it because in my heart, I always still loved him. I always will have a very special place in my heart for him.
And even in 2023 on Sherry Shepherd's show, she was still holding out hope, comparing a possible reunion with 50 to J-Lo and Ben Affleck getting back together. For real, she kept that door wide open. But at this point, girl, that man ain't on the same wave. 50's made it very clear he moved on. He even posted a throwback of himself giving her a shout out during his 2003 BET Awards speech. Just to clown it, his caption read, "I look back at some of the ish I did. I gotta learn to shut up. Look at that. Look at the end. That's trouble." He publicly regretted it, and then some. And let's not forget 2016, when 50 went savage. He posted a side-by-side of Vivica next to Raji Resing, a woman who'd gone through botched plastic surgery. The caption? "Straight evil. I don't know why people would want to cross me. I'd stay out of my way if I wasn't me. 'Cause I'ma keep winning. They want attention, and then they get more attention than they bargained for." And of course, 50 couldn't resist one last jab at Empire. He slid in a petty line. "Told y'all Power was the real show to watch, not Empire, LOL. But Taraji P. Henson wasn't about to let that slide. She came through swinging, defending both Vivica and her co-star Raji. Taraji called 50 out for always using his platform to tear folks down instead of lifting them up. She even hinted that all that messiness might be exactly why Power never got any Emmy love, unlike Empire, which actually walked away with the gold. That stung, but it didn't stop there. Fast forward to when Vivica got her BBL. Guess who had something to say again? Yep, 50 still couldn't stay out of it. As soon as folks online started whispering that maybe he was about to spin the block and double back to Vivica, the rumors caught fire, but 50 shut all that down fast. When asked about Vivica calling him the love of her life, his answer? Hell no. Straight up. He made it crystal clear he's not going back no matter how many sweet interviews she gives. The only time he ever showed a little softness was way back. When someone asked him how he felt about Vivica's comments, he admitted it didn't bother him. He even said their bond was real once. In his words, "I'm never bothered when she says that." Then he got reflective for a second, talking about how their relationship moved way too fast. He said they weren't even aware of all the noise around them until it was too late. The media started swarming, publicists got involved, and it all went left. He said, "This person says do this, her publicist says do that," and I'm like, hey, this ain't it. Maybe that's why Vivica keeps holding on, because back then it felt real. But now, even fans are scratching their heads wondering how she can call him the love of her life, and then flip around throwing out DL accusations. Something just ain't adding up. Anyway, this whole saga between 50 and Vivica, it's messy, it's loud, and it's far from over. So don't forget, like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more wild celeb stories like this. Tap that bell so you never miss the tea, and we'll catch you in the next one. Welcome back to Hollywood Pulse. Appreciate all the support y'all been showing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single drop.